Nnamdi Kanu has finally arrived at the Federal High Court in Abuja, and the atmosphere was thick with attention and quiet tension. Cameras were rolling. Reporters were already outside before dawn, and you could feel that sense of history unfolding. The man at the center of one of Nigeria's most controversial legal battles had appeared again, dressed simply, calm, and composed. People were watching every move, every word, and every expression, waiting to see what this court session would bring. As he entered, you could hear faint murmurs in the crowd, some people whispering prayers, others just standing still in silence. For years, this case has pulled emotions from every side, but today, it was about what the court would say, what the lawyers would argue, and what this could mean for the long-running legal and political story surrounding the IPOB leader. Please make sure you like this video and subscribe if you are following this story closely, because today's events carry deep meaning, not just for one man, but for the justice system, for the Southeast, and for the future conversations about fairness and national unity in Nigeria. Now, as the proceedings started, Nnamdi Kanu's legal team made it clear that their focus was not just on the charges, but also on his health. They told the court that his well-being should be carefully looked into before any major decision could be made. The lead counsel urged the judge to consider medical reports and ensure due process was followed. The courtroom was quiet. Everyone wanted to hear what the judge would say. And then, the judge gave a calm but firm ruling. The court wants an official medical report from the Nigerian Medical Association to confirm whether Nnamdi Kanu is fit to stand trial. That moment changed the mood in the room. Some supporters sighed with relief. Others were confused. But for those who understand legal process, it was clear this was a careful and lawful step forward. Now, pause for a moment. If you're watching this right now, take a second to like this video and subscribe. This kind of balanced news takes time to prepare, and your support helps keep this channel growing. The court's decision means the case won't move into full trial yet, until that medical report is ready. It's not a delay for show. It's about ensuring fairness. In law, the accused must be fit to stand trial, meaning he must be able to understand the process and instruct his lawyers. If there's any doubt about that, the court is right to pause and verify. That's what happened today. Outside the court, there were mixed feelings. Supporters who had been waiting since early morning were chanting freedom songs, waving flags, and hoping this was the final sign that their leader would be released soon. Others were a bit more reserved, saying they just wanted justice to follow its proper path. Security was tight. You could see officers stationed around the building, controlling the crowd, making sure things remained peaceful. Over the years, every court session involving Nnamdi Kanu has carried heavy security presence. And today was no different. As the court adjourned, his lawyer came out to brief the press. He spoke calmly, saying that their focus remains on ensuring that Nnamdi Kanu receives justice, fair hearing, and proper medical attention. He said they trust the court and the process. Now, this is where it gets interesting, because many Nigerians are asking, does this mean he's free? The answer, for now, is no. The judge did not order his release today. What happened was a procedural ruling. The court needs the medical report first. then the next steps can follow. And that's why you have to be careful with social media headlines. Some people are already shouting, "Freedom at last." But the real news is this: the court has not discharged him yet. It's about due process. So if you're watching this, let's stay calm and wait for official confirmation. Don't forget, please like this video and subscribe. That way, when the next court update drops, you'll get it first here. Let's talk a little about how we got here. This case has been running for years. It started with allegations of terrorism and secession-related offenses, and over time, it has moved from one judge to another. There have been appeals, delays, and changes in court schedules. Nnamdi Kanu's arrest and detention became one of the most talked about issues in Nigeria's political and legal landscape. Back then, his supporters said he was fighting for the rights of his people and for self-determination, while the government said his actions were threatening national unity and peace. Those two narratives have never really stopped clashing. Even today, as he appeared in court, those emotions were still there, just quieter. You could see hope on the faces of his followers. For many of them, just seeing him in good health and hearing his name in court again was already something to hold on to. Some waved flags quietly, others held pictures, and a few just watched silently, praying for good news. The defense team has always emphasized that their clients should be treated fairly, like any other citizen, and that no one is above the law, but also no one should be below it. And that's what today's session symbolized: fairness before judgment. Now, if you're still watching, take a quick moment to hit that like button and subscribe, because we're going deeper into this story. Let's talk about the legal implications. The court asking for a medical report might look like a delay to some people, but to legal experts, it's a sign that the judge is taking his duty seriously. The judge doesn't want to rush a trial when the accused's condition is uncertain. This is about protecting the integrity of the process, because if the trial proceeds unfairly, it could later be overturned on appeal, and that would waste years of effort. So, it's smarter to get all facts right before moving forward. Once that medical report is submitted, the court can decide the next step, whether to proceed, grant bail, or take any other lawful action. Now let's look at how this plays out politically. Every time Nnamdi Kanu appears in court, it stirs conversations about justice, governance, and the Southeast's relationship with the federal system. Some people see it as a test of fairness in Nigeria. Others see it as a reminder of how fragile unity can be when people feel unheard. But whatever your view is, one thing is clear: the outcome of this trial will influence how Nigerians talk about fairness, human rights, and the rule of law for years to come. And as you're listening, don't forget, please like this video and subscribe. It helps this community grow and keeps you updated on every development. Now, let's talk about what could happen next. There are a few likely options. 1. If the medical report shows he's fit to stand trial, the judge will continue proceedings, hear arguments, and let the case progress normally. 2. If the report shows he needs more medical care, the court might order treatment before resuming. 3. In rare cases, the report could lead to an argument for bail on health grounds. So yes, this medical report is key to what happens next. The legal team representing him will likely continue pushing for fair treatment, while the government side will focus on maintaining national security and following due process. Now, for those who have followed this story for a long time, you'll remember that several international human rights groups have also spoken about the importance of transparency in this case. They want open trial, fair access, and proper communication from both sides. Those calls are still relevant today. The interesting part is how this court matter has turned into a mirror reflecting Nigeria's justice system. It's not just about one man. It's about whether citizens can still trust that the law will be applied fairly, no matter who you are. Now, if you're still with me, please take a second to like this video, subscribe, and drop your comment. Tell me, do you think this medical report will lead to freedom or another delay? I'll read your comments in the next update. As the session ended, Kanu was quietly escorted out of the courtroom. There was no drama, no shouting, just order. His legal team exchanged Kaichi handshakes with the court staff, and supporters outside started singing softly again. It was a calm ending to a tense day. The judge's final words were simple. Once the report comes in, the next sitting will be announced. And that's where everything stands now. Now, beyond the legal aspect, this story connects to something bigger. Reconciliation and national healing. Many people in the Southeast are watching closely, hoping that justice will come with peace, not division. They want a process that respects the law, but also opens a path for dialogue. And that's why the next few days will be important. The medical report will arrive, lawyers will review it, and another court date will be fixed. Until then, speculation will continue. But facts are what matter most. Once again, if you're watching this and enjoying how we break things down calmly and clearly, please like this video, subscribe, and share it with your friends. The more we grow this community, the more we can bring you balanced updates like this. Remember, justice takes time. It's not about rushing to headlines. It's about doing it right, so the result stands firm. So as Nigerians wait, the message from today is simple. The process continues, and the next decision lies with the medical experts and the court. No shouting, no panic, just patience and law.